An ideal destination to visit would be where you can find lustrous tea gardens, golden beaches, chirpy environment, emerald forest, soothing places. Sri Lanka, an island country of southern Asia, offers an exciting mix of cultural sites, wildlife, and sweeping beaches washed by warm waters of the Indian Ocean. There are many reasons to visit Sri Lanka, covering an interesting variety of activities and landscapes that are joy to discover. Sri Lanka boasts of some of the world's best beaches, and the interiors of the island nation also have a lot to offer. Today in this video, I will guide you with 7-night 8 days tour plan along with all details. We will be covering Colombia, Habarna, Sigiriya, Kandy and Ela. So don't skip any part and watch till end. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to get notification. You can reach Sri Lanka from any part of the country. To reach Sri Lanka, you can reach Colombo first and start your trip. A lot of direct flights are available from all major cities of India. If you avail flight from Chennai, then it will be cheapest. Flight fare ranges between 9,000 rupees for both sides per person from Chennai. You need to arrange visa to enter Sri Lanka. You can register for visa online and then pick it up once you reach Sri Lanka airport. Link to apply for Sri Lankan visa is given below in the description box. Cost for this visa will be $35 which is around 2,700 rupees. It won't take more than 24 hours to get the visa approved. The Sri Lankan rupee is the currency of Sri Lanka, often abbreviated as rupees, and sometimes LKR is used to differentiate from other rupee. For exchange, what you can do is you can carry dollar from India and then convert it to Sri Lankan currency from airport or exchange kiosk once you reach Colombo. 1 INR is equal to 2.69 LKR. Sri Lanka is a year-round destination, although the best time to go to Sri Lanka is between December to April when the weather remains pleasant. Meal prices of Sri Lanka can vary. On an average, you have to spend 500 to 600 rupees per day for 3-meal course. Now coming to the most important point, which is day-wise tour plan. Day 1. On arrival at Colombo airport, reach your hotel quickly and then go out for sightseeing and local temples. You can hire a cab for those places which will cost around 3,000 to 4,000 LKR, or you can avail bus transport which will cost 14 to 17 LKR per ride, which is quite cheap. Start your sightseeing with Gangaramaya temple. It's a Buddhist temple featuring interesting mix of Sri Lankan, Thai, Indian and Chinese culture. Then visit the Beira Lake. It's a green area in the heart of the city. There is also a pedestrian footbridge. Then visit Sima Malaka, which is situated in Beira Lake. It's considered to be part of the largest Gangaramaya temple. Then go to the Independence Memorial Hall. It's located in the Cinnamon Gardens. Then visit Colombo Lotus Tower, which houses a lot of telecommunication equipments. Then visit Gale Face Green. This large oceanfront park area is where many Sri Lankans go to play on the beach. Then visit Vihara Mahadevi Park, which houses 15 feet tall Buddha statue. Then visit Peta Floating Market lined with sidewalks and wooden boardwalks. Then visit the Red Mosque, known formally as Jami Ui Al-Far Masjid, contrasting red and white colors. By evening, you can go to explore the bar and pubs or nightclub of Colombo, or you can go to Mount Lavinia beach to watch the sunset. Once done, back to hotel and overnight stay at Colombo. Day 2. Day 2 is for Habarna. You can reach Habarna by train or private car. If you go by private car, then you can stop at Dambula Cave, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's basically Dambula Cave Temple. You have to walk up a steep hill to visit the 4 temples. After this, reach Habarna and start safari at Miniria National Park. The park is house of 200 elephants. You can see here large herds of elephants. Basically, there is two park. One is Minera, another is Kedula. You can visit whichever you want. Once done, you can come back to Dambulla and stay there, or you can stay at Habarna. Day 3. On day 3, explore some of the places of Sigiriya. First, go to Sigiriya or Sinhagiri, which is an ancient rock fortress located in the northern part of Dambulla. The rock is 200 meter high and dominates the lush green jungle surroundings. Then visit the Pidurangala Royal Cave. The temple was constructed on a massive rock called Pidurangala. Then you can visit Sigiriya Art Gallery, a must-visit place of Sigiriya. Then go to Sigiriya Archaeological Museum, a place full of historical and archaeological significance that is dominated by a massive rock. Once done, back to hotel and overnight stay at Dambulla. Day 4. On day 4, move towards Kandy, the cultural capital of the country. You can reach Kandy by bus, which will take 2 hours to reach. Kandy has everything peaceful and blamey about it. Once you reach Kandy, check into your hotel and go out for Kandy exploration. Start with Pinawala Elephant Orphanage, a popular breeding ground of 90 plus elephants. Then go to Temple of Tooth Relic, considered as one of the most important temples of Buddhists in Sri Lanka. Then visit Kandy Lake, an ideal place to spend hours during lazy vacation. Then go to Ranveli Spice Garden. Turmeric, peppercorns, coca, aloe vera are the main plantation of this place. Then visit Old Royal Palace, perched on a hill in the city center, giving you a sweeping panorama of Kandy Lake. Then visit the Royal Botanical Garden. The gardens are well maintained with lots of beautiful flowers. Then go to Kandy National Museum. The museum is in the former Royal Palace and displays artifacts, weapons and much more. Once done, back to hotel and overnight stay at Kandy. Day 5. On day 5, move towards Nuwara by train and enjoy the scenery. Traveling by train is one of the most enjoyable ways to move around in Sri Lanka. You will see a lot of waterfalls and tea plantation on the way. It's a 5 to 6 hour long trip. The train stops at Nanuwara station. From there, Nuwara is 15 minutes drive. Once you reach, spend the rest of the day leisurely in your hotel. Day 6. On day 6, start with the sightseeing on early morning. Start with Victoria Park. Here you can enjoy exotic birds, rare flowering plants. Then visit Pedro Tea Estate, famous tea farm located about 3.5 km away from the city. It's known for pure Ceylon tea cultivation. Then visit Gregory Lake. It's a local reservoir situated in the city. Then visit the Nanuwara waterfalls, about 60 meters high and stream down with lush green surrounding calm breeze. Then visit Moon Plains, also known as Sandhatani, one of the most loved biodiversity spots for travelers. Then visit two beautiful waterfalls, Ramboda and St. Clair's Falls. Then visit Bambura Falls, considered as widest waterfall in Sri Lanka. Then visit Piduru Talagala, locally known as Mount Pedro. Then go to Nuwara Golf Club. It's an 18-hole golf course rich in tradition, history and beautiful ambience. Day 7. Come back to Nanuwara station and start for Ela. Ela is a small hill town with spectacular view. It's a 2 hours 30-minute train journey. Once you reach, check into your hotel and then go out for Ela exploration. Start with the Little Adams Peak. From the top, enjoy the view over the valley, relax and connect with nature. Here you can try Rawana Zip Line. It's a 500-meter long zip line at over 80 km per hour. Cost is $20. Then visit Rawana Falls. It's a very popular place for both foreigners and locals to enjoy the peace of nature. Then go to Dowa Rajamaha Viharaha. The place is famous for its massive 38-feet Buddha statue carved in the granite rock. Then visit Nainarg Bridge. This is now world's famous bridge for its beautiful architecture. Then visit Lipton Seed. Mr. Lipton planted the first seed of what now is Sri Lanka's biggest export product, Lipton tea. Once done, back to hotel and overnight stay. Day 8, move to Hambantota, which is 87 km from city center, to reach Matalla Rajapaksa International Airport and then back to India. This is how your entire trip will end here. The most popular option for traveling around Sri Lanka is hire a car or bus transport or train. Best option is tuk-tuk, which is a rented car and you can drive it by your own. You can go wherever you want in it. It will cost just 1300 to 1400 rupees per day. You will get a lot of accommodation option in all places of Sri Lanka. I have mentioned few good budget hotel below in the description box, which ranges between 2000 to 3000 rupees per night. I have covered almost all details for tour itinerary of Sri Lanka. If you want any other details, please leave a comment in the comment section. So now this is the cost breakup for the entire tour. Hope this video is informative for you guys. We'll come back soon with next video. Stay safe, wear mask.